Hello, this is Grace Solutions with another amazingly cool Photoshop tutorial. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to make this birthday flyer in Photoshop. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing you do is that you're going to create a new document. Alright, so you go to File, New, and then it brings you here. Alright, so you're going to give the project a title. I can just say birthday flyer. And I'm going to give it a dimension of, I'm going to use a dimension of inches. Okay, 8 inches by 8 inches. All right, so I choose 8 by 8, and my resolution 300. All right, then I leave other settings at the default settings. Color mode is RGB. If you are printing, ensure you stick to CMYK. All right, but since I'm not printing, I leave it in RGB. All right, so I click create. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to import my documents, the background. All right, so that's the document I'm using for this project. All right, so I go into my computer right here. I'm gonna drag this into Photoshop, right, like this, and bring it in. Okay, I'm gonna create a clipping mask. So I'm gonna change it into a smart object so it doesn't lose its quality. So I can rename this as background. Okay, so I can adjust this. Okay, let me resize this a bit so it doesn't. Okay, let me reduce this a bit, like so. All right, something like this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to drag my image into Photoshop. So I go once again into my projects folder, and I bring this into Photoshop, like so. Drag it into Photoshop like this. Okay, can just adjust this a bit so it sits right like beautifully. Okay, so I'm gonna rename this as image 1 because we're using 2 images for this project. So I rename this as image 1, and then I'm gonna create a mask. So I can brush off some parts of this image. So I create a mask, and I go to my brush tool right here, like this. So ensure you have you select a rounded brush, and hardness is set to 0. Okay, so I can increase the size a bit, the size of the brush a bit. Okay, like so. Now ensure that your foreground color is set to black because black hides and white reveals. So let me brush off part of this image like this, just to create a soft layer effect around the image. Okay, just to create a soft layer effect around the image. Control Z that. Okay, so I'm going to drag this to fill up the space right here. Okay, like this. Fill it up, something like this. Ensure it's like you fill up the background like this, something like this. All right, like so. And then let me reduce the opacity. So I go to my opacity layer here, and I turn it down to something like so, so that it just fades into the background like this. Okay, so I think 18 is cool, or I can reduce it further. Okay, something like so. All right, so we have successfully imported our image in. Let me enlarge it a bit. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to import the other image, because like I said, we're using 2 images, okay, for this project. Okay, so I'm going to import the other image. I go to File, go to Place Embed. All right, then I locate the folder where okay, I locate the folder right here, and this is the image I'm using. So I click and I select Open, or Place rather. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do on this image is that I'm going to remove the background. All right, so if you're using Photoshop 2020 like I am, there's a feature that removes the background so easily. All right, so you go to Properties and ensure that the image you want to work on is selected. So go to properties and select quick actions. All right, then select remove background. All right, so we have successfully removed the background, and I'm going to drag the image right here, just below this. Okay, somewhere like so. Let me adjust this one a bit so it doesn't. I want the facial features to still be visible. Okay, so let me resize the image a bit, something like so. Okay. All right, I think this is okay. This is fine. This is nice. All right, something like this. All right. Okay, so we're done with that. So I can rename this as second image or image 2. All right, so I'm going to apply a bit of an effect on my image. Okay, so I right click on the image and go to blending options, and then I go to outer glow like this. Okay, so ensure that it's set to black. You can increase the opacity or decrease it as you wish. Then where you have spread, you increase it, okay, so that it goes further from the original or from the image. All right, opacity, increase it so that it will be very visible, just as you want. It depends on your choice, but I think I like it to be visible just to create this visual effect on the image. Okay, something like this. All right, so I click OK. Then I can resize this image a bit, something like so. Okay, position it like this. All right, so I'm sure you're having value from this video. If you are, please give the video a like, share this video, and also kindly subscribe to my channel to show some support. All right, so thank you very much. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding my text to this, okay, this flyer project. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add. Okay, so I take my text to right here, and then I type the word 25th. All right, so I click that, enlarge it, bring it right here. Okay, then I duplicate this and change this to July. All right, something like so. Then I can reduce the tracking on this. Okay, it's set to 0 already, so that's pretty much good. All right, let me reduce this a bit. Okay, then I type the word TH. All right, TH. I can use a curly font for this, so I go for a smooch like so. Then I drag it in something like this. All right, so I'm going to type the word happy birthday. Okay, let me change the color to blue. All right, and then let me use another typeface. Let me go for a Poppins. Okay, let me go for a semi-bold. All right, so I click this right here, and then I go to okay, let me adjust this a bit like so. Then I Ctrl T to transform. I right click and I select skew. Okay, so I hold this and just adjust it a bit like so. Let's bring it here. You click to drop that, and then you type the name. Okay, just bring it here a bit further, just further down, and then you type the name of the client. So I go to my text, so I duplicate this, and by holding my Alt key and click and drag, and I type the word Jennifer. Okay, so I can go for a curly typeface. Let me just go for a smooch. All right, so I can change this to yellow. Okay, okay, so all right, so I'm going to give it a stroke effect by clicking right clicking and select blending options, okay, because I want it to be very visible. Okay, then I go to stroke. I can, and I make this a blue. All right, something like so. Okay, I click OK. Then for the tracking, I can make it 25. Okay, just to make it very visible. All right, or something bigger. All right, so like so. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little brush effect to this design. Okay, so I go to my brush tool right here. All right, I pick my brush tool right here, and I come down and I select this brush. Okay, now I'll leave a link to where you can get down this special brush, okay, to add to your designs. All right, so click OK, and then you drop it somewhere. Okay, first of all, before you drop the brush, you create a layer like so, where you have you know, this plus icon here. You click this and just rename this as brush. Okay, all right, so you click this and drop it there. Okay, then I can change the color of the brush to maybe blue. Okay, so I right click and I select color overlay, change it to a blue color. Okay, like so, or yellow. Let's see which one comes out nice. Okay, I think a blue is better. Okay, so I go for a blue, and I can give it a stroke of yellow. Let's see how that will pan out. Okay, wow, this is nice. I can reduce it a bit. So then I click OK. So I then resize the brush like so, and I bring it here, something like this. All right, so this is how you design a birthday flyer in Photoshop. So I'm sure you had value from this video. If there's any part of this video that's not clear to you, you can feel free to ask your questions in the comment section, and of course I will attend to them as soon as possible. So thanks for watching this video. Please like the video, share, and also subscribe to my channel for more amazing graphic design and internet tips, tricks, and tutorials. So till I see you in my next video, take care and stay safe.